I am a whole week late and a whole $20 short. I deeply apologize for that, but I got caught up in some. I'm in the process of doing some certain stuff. Um, so celebrity gossip or what's going on with Diddy has been the last thing that's on my mind. But since I'm going to come out with a blog, which is my blog is the I think it's Lady Tiffany Mom's Mind Emporium. Let me check because I just bought my domain name. Um, I kind of I got a blog I'm about to come out very soon. Um, Pertaining to these people, I'm gonna change the name. I want to change the name because it's too many characters in that name. But yeah, it's I got interrupted and there's some stuff I had to do. There's a lot of stuff I had to do. Nothing is ever done. So yeah, I hope you guys have had a nice, beautiful week. We are in Gemini season. So I'm gonna tell you off bat, my dreams have been weird, and I should dedicate my whole life like to talking about my dreams. I don't. In a way, I don't because some of them I really feel like y'all don't believe that I've had encounters with certain people. But it is what it is. Now I got stretched. So I'm gonna continue my rant. I want to talk about. I'm gonna continue my rant about these people don't understand that the government is looking at them too. Any associates or anything, they're looking at you. They're tapping phone calls. People don't understand that once somebody is accused of something and you've been associated with this person, the police is looking at everybody. Even the guy that dried his hands off in the bathroom attendant. So yeah, but I want to talk about this. I saw this, and somebody in the comment section had a very strong opinion about her saying this. But this, if you don't know who Linda Carter is, she's the original Wonder Woman. Okay, so apparently she's having a Me Too moment too, and she wants to come out and say that some things has happened to her as well. Watch this.
Did you face? Here you are.
I faced some, and I will mention one person publicly. He's no longer around to defend himself.
The reason I bring it up is it's not so much to pry into him, but to understand you. So this gentleman, whoever it is, lecherous, known to others besides you.
Oh, and lecherous in a way that is just, hey, come on in. You want to read a few lines and, into the trailer. He's got a series and a bunch of, oh, yeah, would you take your top off? No. Just this, it's like, all the guys are, all of his friends, just stupid things like that.
But I am curious if this lecherous gentleman, for example, had asked you to do something and you'd fought too hard with him, would you have been blacklisted in Hollywood?
Well, I used humor, I guess, to get out of those situations. It's like, seriously? In that particular situation, which was real, he was a bald guy and had a cop show, so if you kind of confront them, then so you use a way that they have a deniability about what they're doing. No, I was just kidding. And that was the way you sort of got out of it. Am I right?
Well, what kinds of sexual harassment did you face? Here you are.
So I thought it was interesting because I was looking in the comment section that somebody said that they felt like that this guy would never do something like that. And this goes all the way back to because you have people who still don't believe that Diddy done those things. Like they seen the tape of Diddy beating the hell out of Cassie. They seen the courtroom documents, and you gotta understand a lot of these commentators. The reason I have not covered Diddy is because I have not read the 90-page documents because I don't have time. I don't feel like it, and I feel like if he didn't do it, the cops wouldn't have raided all 3 of his mansions. So I'm not gonna go through all that just to prove that, but understand commentators when commentators come on, they are reading from the documents, the court documents about what this person has done. So somebody in the comments said that the guy that she's talking about would have never done something like that. Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. We put our heroes in categories thinking that they're above approach and they're above doing what normal men do, when actually they're worse than the average man. And if she says that this happened, I believe she's been through something. I believe Lynda Carter has had someone who's because come on now. We're not talking about now, okay? Because a lot of you talking about, I mean, even though she still look good now, okay? She's still a very good looking woman. But we're talking about back in the day, tall glass, a brunette with blue eyes. Gorgeous. And you're going to say you don't believe anybody sexual harass her? I will say this. I have some stories even as young as 8 years old of guys not knowing their place and not knowing how they're treating you. So who are you to say that? Yes, I do believe someone like her would have went through something. I believe there's a lot of stuff that went on back in the day. Back in the day, stories are more raunchy than now because they didn't have social media back then. You know, it's just like I was watching the Freaknik documentary, and people did have camcorders, but there was no social media back then, and people want to bring Freaknik back. But how can you bring Freaknik back when people are going to be posting videos on TikTok, Instagram, X, Twitter, of their friends being drunk? Y'all do that anyway. Y'all post videos. I remember there was somebody who did a whole thing with their friends, posting their friends drunk as hell, like throwing up everywhere, just all that kinds of stuff. So stop thinking that someone from back in the day or somebody that's your hero is above approach. They're not. Okay? There's movies that joke about how the entertainment industry is, but those off-color jokes are real life situations. There's even a video of Shirley Temple saying she had weird things happen to her too. And she was a child star. So yeah, it's crazy to me how people just say, oh, so-and-so would never do that, and they would never do that to anyone. You don't know who these people really are. Y'all can't differentiate between the character they play on TV versus who they are in real life. And because they sit there and put God and Jesus in there, and sit up there and even prayer online, or even sit up there and do a whole Bible scripture, does not mean they're clean. There's a lot of dirty people out here in a cloth. Even priests, even a Catholic priest been sitting up here funneling little boys. I read a story, I don't know if I read it on here or I read it somewhere else, where there's a story about a Catholic priest asking a nun to get it in with him and have a threesome with some nuns. So stop acting like if it's a man and he's of flesh, anything is possible. Okay, same thing with women. Beyonce is not above approach neither, okay? So if something come out about this person, I'm not saying go and accuse him and chase him with pitchforks and stuff. What I'm saying, always have an unbiased feeling about this person. You can't be biased. You always got to think there's a possibility. Listen to some of the song lyrics. Stop assuming these people are above approach. Because they're not.
If you just allow...
Hold on. Before I talk about Doctor Who, I think it was something else I wanted to say. What was it? Oh, this. A prime example is this. Because this pastor is talking about being a billionaire. And then this lady reads the scripture of what he said, and it kind of condemned him as a wicked man. Watch this.
I am a very blessed man. Me and Kathy are very blessed, physically and financially. I've had more people criticize me over that jet. They still can't get over it. Criticize me over my house. They didn't pay for it. I paid for it. Let me tell you why. That's water on a duck's back to me. And I'm going to give you a scripture. Be not thou afraid when one is made rich. When the glory of his house is read that. And pull that up in the Amplified. Verse 16 of Psalms chapter 49, if you can do that. Be not thou afraid when one is made rich. When the glory of his house.
Well, it's Amplified says it, be not afraid when an ungodly one is made rich.
That's true.
When the wealth and glory of his house are increased, and goes on, for when he dies, he will carry nothing, or
yeah,
his
I understand.
glory will not descend.
See, God don't care if someone's ungodly to be rich or godly to be rich. It doesn't.
Now, I ain't gonna lie. We used to watch TBN, and Jesse Duplantis is one of my favorite pastors. I'm not gonna lie. I love his Louisiana way about him. But for her to read the amplified version of the Bible, and it says it's okay for an ungodly man to be rich. The irony of it. Long story short, what he said is God does not mind an ungodly man being rich. That's materialistic stuff. Now, this is not me saying that, if you're a spiritual person and, you want to be not of sin, that it's not okay to be rich. Y'all claiming, people walking around here claiming and saying, because I thought this was ironic, it's not really Jesse Duplantis. The person saying it's an example of Jesse Duplantis of being wicked, but to me, I'm saying this: y'all act like the highest elevation you can be is rich. When it comes to spirituality, it's about how you elevate, and elevation does not necessarily mean monetary wise. Now, there's nothing wrong with having a nice amount of money in your bank account. Let's just say livable wages in your bank account. But don't assume that because somebody has a lot that they're closer to God. Because some people out here who have wealth are nowhere near God at all. All right. So yeah. But once again, it goes to show you that these men with money are not above reproach. And stop assuming that because they're your someone you look up to and admire, that they're above reproach, because they're not. Including Jesse Duplantis. All right. Everybody's being exposed. We're in the age of Aquarius, so we're all being exposed. I want to talk about this Georgia State representative real quick. I want you to look at this story. And it's kind of weird. Why would you lie about being part of the organization? And yes, you could pledge if you are not part of the organization. It doesn't matter how old you are. They don't mind you pledging. But for there to be a possibility that you're lying about being part of the organization is wow.
The state representative accused by many of her colleagues of, pretending to be a member of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated is speaking out. District 91 Rep Angela Moore says that she'll prove that she's a Delta, even though the sorority says otherwise. Oh, but there's more to talk about. Channel 2's Audrey Washington talked to the state representative who's facing other allegations.
Right. She's not only accused of faking her membership with the Delta sorority, but some of her colleagues here at the State House also told me the representative is lying about being a veteran and an OBGYN. Now Representative Angela Moore is addressing those accusations.
For Deltas who were upset about the story at first, do you have any reaction for them?
I'm so sorry that we had to take you through this.
An apology from State Representative Angela Moore to the women of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated.
This is not something that I wanted to go on.
Representative Moore sat down with me in an exclusive interview this week. She's accused of faking her membership with the Delta sorority. Moore says she pledged under her former married name, but then
She's pissing me off. Why is she saying sorority like that? The reporter, not the representative. She's pissing me off the way she's saying sorority. That's irking me. And it's that time of the month, so everything is pissing me off right now. Like, girl.
And after she got divorced, she changed her name to distance herself from her ex-husband. She says that's why her current name doesn't match the Delta membership records.
I refuse to tell what my former married name was.
But last Saturday, a Delta representative told me a thorough investigation was conducted. And, quote, we can confirm that Miss Angela Moore is not and has not ever been a member of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. But then there are the other allegations.
So let's talk about the veteran issue.
Moore's accused of telling people she is a veteran and an OBGYN.
I am a family veteran. My family is, all of my family are veterans. I worked in OBGYN.
So you're not an OBGYN?
No, I'm not.
But you work for an OBGYN?
No, I work in the field of OBGYN medicine.
And finally, there's this piece of video.
State of Georgia.
It was shot from the House floor, and it appears to show Representative Moore involved in a shoving match with another House member. Moore told me that member hit her ankle.
I jumped, screamed, and I took my arm and pushed her back.
Do you believe any of these allegations in any way hinder you serving the people of District 91?
Absolutely not. Whether I'm a Greek or whether I'm a physician or whether I'm military has anything to do with me coming here to the Georgia State Capitol and conducting the people's business.
Now, Representative Moore told me she has no plans to step down. She also said that she is committed to proving that she is in fact a Delta, even though the sorority disputes that claim. And we are here in downtown Atlanta. Audrey Washington, Channel 2 Action News.
Politicians be lying so much. Like, you lied even to the point you said you were OBGYN. No, I worked in the OBGYN. Just say you were a nurse. Aren't you supposed to have a political science degree to be in law? Be a state representative? Something like that. I just know that as a Black woman, you got to have a few things before you get to be voted into being a state representative in Georgia. We can't just sit up there and be a farmer like some people and just make a decision to be a governor. Why are you lying that you're part of a Greek organization? There's nothing wrong if you're not part of a Greek organization. It's nothing wrong with that. It seems like everybody in the representatives in Congress are part of the Greeks. So if you're not, why lie and say that you are? And why lie and say you an OBGYN? Y'all weird. Y'all gonna be seeing more stories like this with politicians, local and national and international, where you're going to see stories like this, where you're going to find out that your favorite politician is not who you are. I'm not gonna lie though. You know, being part of an organization, being part of the Divine Nine can help you in a lot of ways. Not encouraging you to do it if you don't want to do it, but it does help. But that's a weird lie. Very weird. And then she lied.
I don't need to come in for 8 minutes. Just like
Hold on. No, got it. Okay.
The state representative.
But I don't understand why she need to lie like that. Why she felt the need to lie like that. But you lie about small things. What are the big things that you're lying about? She said it was under my married name. I don't want to say what my married name is. Why you don't want to tell nobody your married name? Because you don't want to revisit that past. Excuse me. It's not about your feelings toward that marriage. It's about what was the name you pledged under. The question is your real name Angela Moore? Yeah, I don't trust people like this. Because you lie about small stuff, you lie about little big stuff too.
I don't need to come.
So I feel like Adrienne Bronner, Freudian slips. Watch this.
Man, for 8 minutes, just like I tell my bitches, I only need 2 and you can go on your way. I'm coming to die if I got to. So, I don't know what this nigga coming to do, but I'm willing to take it that far. I'm dead serious. I know I play a lot, but I'm really coming to die in that ring, bro. Don't play no games, cause my niggas got guns with them, bro. And I'm dead serious, bro. And all I gotta do is point and they gonna blow. And I'm dead serious, bro. Nigga. And me and my nigga, we done already beat bodies and they still looking for me. And every charge been acquitted, my nigga. So don't come up here playing. Don't make no false moves. I'm not playing. I'm not playing. I will smack the shit out you, my nigga. I'm dead serious. Motherfucker shoot you in your shit. For real, bro.
Y'all laughing. He's serious. He said he was serious too. He said, y'all know I joke. I'm not joking. I'm serious. He's not playing.
I'm not joking. I'm not joking. You ain't even about none of that. You ain't about none of that. You's a bitch, boy. You ain't about none of that. And I'm dead serious and I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna beat that shit off your nails, boy. You use the fucking fag, boy. We get on the scale today. What you
get it?
We get on the scale today.
Get naked for me.
We get on the scale today.
Come on, take it off. Take the socks off too.
All that bullshit, man. We sell real birds, man. Our birds going for 32 right now.
All right, I'm trying to find it be always little people doing stuff like that. Oh, little self. I'm taller than him. Let me see. We little people. We hit little self. All right, so this is from Wikipedia, so y'all take that with a grain of salt because I already told you guys about the professor that likes changing things on Wikipedia. It says in October 2016, Bronner posted alarming image and caption on his Instagram page hinting suicide. On October 17, 2016, he was charged with a misdemeanor battery for allegedly choking a waitress at Dre's, a nightclub in Las Vegas. On April 20th, 2017, Bronner was arrested on a warrant stemming from a failure to appear in court for previous arrest in 2014. On September 10, 2017, TMZ reported an incident in Las Vegas that was caught on a video of Bronner knocking out an agitating fan. TMZ Sports obtained and posted an edit of the video, which started with Bronner taking pictures with fans. A moment later, a man began to heckle Bronner. Bronner began aggressive at his female companion, tried to restrain him. I don't know why, he crazy. But Bronner shoved her away and delivered a blow that reeled the agitator backwards, knocking him out. Bronner was issued on summons on October 26th concerning the incident, but it was returned on November 8th and was not deliverable as addressed, unable to forward. The record did not give a reason as to why the summons was not able to be delivered. He subsequently was scheduled to appear in court for an arraignment, but the Las Vegas Justice Court stated Bronner failed to appear. On February 13, 2018, Bronner was booked into Fulton County Jail in Atlanta on a misdemeanor sexual battery charges, but was later on bail. In March 2019, Bronner was issued a restraining order after making homophobic threats on social media. What? On December 18, 2019, Bronner was ordered to pay over $830,000 for sexually assaulting a woman in Cleveland nightclub on June 18, 2018. In October 2021, Bronner was jailed for a parole violation after failing to enroll in a court-mandated alcohol treatment program. So you over here SAing women, choking waitresses. Waitress is a woman. Beating up fans or hecklers. That wasn't a fan, it was a heckler. Well, technically that is a fan, because if they take the time out their busy schedule to come see you and to talk shit about you, that's a fan still. You paid $830,000 for essaying a woman in the Cleveland nightclub. He's money long, but his time is about to be up. Yeah. Okay. Some of these I got rid of. They're not supposed to be on here. So, yeah. I found this episode of Doctor Who to be very interesting, by the way. I want y'all to watch this clip.
If you just allow me to save your lives.
If you turn away, ladies, before you're contaminated.
You will die out there, and I can save your lives. Now let me.
All right, just to explain the scene. In the scene, Doctor Who played, he helps protect this girl because they're being invaded by aliens, but they don't realize it because they're so caught up in their phones and in their apps and in their bubble. And so he protects her. And long story short, her friends don't want to be protected by him and don't believe the doctor because he's black. Which I was like, can this doctor have one season without? In a way, I was like, why? But in the same sense, the TV show talks about 3-4 issues in one segment. And one of them is that we are too obsessed with social media. The other one is that, and we're so busy on social media that we don't notice what's going on around us. Because of the job I have and because of what I do for a living, I have to notice what's going around for me. Because if I don't, I epically fail at my job. Okay. But we're in a world, and I noticed this because in the show, it's the social media is like this ball and it's like this bubble that's around you. But I noticed it. Obviously, I'm here noticing about people, and you be talking to people, or people don't notice you or something like that. You walk past people, you can't take it personal no more, because it's not that they're not speaking to you that they don't like you. They're not speaking to you because they're so caught up on their phone and their tablets. They're so caught up, they don't notice what's going on around them. And then when they finally realize what's going on around them, it's too late. Then it's a whole thing about being on social media and people are still racist and classist and sexist. And you also deal with the fact that this is a character. Doctor Who is a character who has been a white man for decades. Have been white. Now he's black and he has to see things in a different manner of I can't save everybody because everybody don't believe me. Because I'm not the right complexion. So I thought this episode was interesting. The last episode he just did too was very interesting as well, honey. It's a lot of things they're doing with this doctor that they're doing too fast. Because first you have to have an introduction to this doctor and what are his quirks and what he likes, what his favorite food is, all that kind of stuff. I think they even went back to Matt Barnes' Doctor Who. Well, what he likes to eat. I don't know. But yeah, it was very interesting. So I want to show you guys something else.
Yes, I'm gonna give you some sausage and some bacon.
I can't play the footage with the music because she's playing Kanye West through the wire. So Tokyo Toni in this footage has made a decision to feed homeless people, but she epically failed at giving these people food with a spoon, and she's picking up the eggs with her hands. I'm over people making it seem like they're charitable. When everything they do is for show. Okay. Now, after feeding all these homeless people, she's going to be in somebody's hotel next month. Why she ain't got no big spoons? And who eggs are these? Did she cook these eggs? We can feed the homeless, but we sit there and call our daughter everything but a child of God on social media. How ironic. How ironic. I don't know how I feel about her. I really don't. But I still feel some kind of way about you feel like you still giving homeless people a subpar environment. You don't even bother to even get a spoon to put their eggs on the plate. You picking up the eggs and whatever else that is, and like a meat or something, and putting it on their plate. Yeah. All right. So people are blasting Rick Ross's car and bike show that he does every year. I felt like we were complaining about this already, like a long time ago. Like we already did a car and bike show, like not too long ago, when they were complaining about Rick Ross and his car and bike show. And people are demanding a refund. So what happened at the last one? What happened at this one that didn't happen at the one before this? Do people understand what a car and bike show is? Because I heard y'all were going to parking lots near the area and having a shindig over there too, and leaving the parking lot stinking. I think people get confused as to what an event is. Everybody expects events to be certain ways. And they end up finding out the event is not what they thought it would be. Keep in mind, a lot of people, we are like, there's a whole thing going on. So what you had going on last year or any time, like, because, there was a time where people were able to do stuff because it was cheaper, because we were on lockdown. It didn't cost. So I'm gonna say this, even with the line of work I'm in, I'm starting to notice people are cutting back on some stuff. people are pushing back on some stuff when it comes to events these days. Just know that, okay? Yesterday's price is definitely not today's price. It feels like everything is just skyrocketing. It's crazy. Okay, yeah. Let's talk about Jaguar Wright for a minute.
Jigga Man, 50 Cent, and Dr. Dre. One got a dope goal.
Jay-Z.
Girl, hold on. Oh my God. Okay, hold on.
So quick. Why Jay-Z?
Jay-Z. Because he's the only one on that list that didn't earn any of his accomplishments.
Now, you did.
Dr. Dre.
What was that? Okay, hold on. Cancel. What was that? Hold on.
Is undeniable as a producer. 50 Cent is undeniable, not just as an MC and a battle rapper, but as a businessman and an artist and an actor as well. Even use his duplicitous manner to
What happened to my audio?
to do whatever he wanted them to do, and that's his greatness.
The skill, that's art.
To choreograph human beings, to know for a fact that they're gonna do whatever the fuck you say because that's how terrible you are.
Yeah, they say.
So imagine what it was like for him when he realized Cassie wasn't gonna back down. Yeah.
Hey. So wait a minute. On our interview, you said Jay-Z.
I don't know why I don't have my why you can't hear it. That's crazy. That's weird. So okay. Let me try this again. Hold on. Oh my God. Okay. Hold on. This is not working. Let me see. Okay. I know some of you guys are thinking this in a way. It's the Illuminati. No.
Wait.
Oh
this is all their works, all their endorsements.
Jay-Z.
Why is it not playing? Okay,
so quick. Why Jay-Z?
Jay-Z.
Because I have an opinion on Jaguar Wright. So I'll go back to her. Okay. But it was going to lead to this. But let's talk about Jermaine Dupri not liking Sexy Red.
Because the industry.
Okay.
She's still trying to make you believe that.
Okay, so they're not going to work right now. Let me try this. Okay. I'm going to try this and see what happened. Let me check out my break real quick. By the way, Meg Thee Stallion get on my fucking nerves. this woman want to sit up here and cry, and 1 minute you cussing someone out, and next minute you want to sit up here and cry. Girl, stop, yo, miss. Stop. Like, stop it. Just stop it, okay? And I know first thing people say, well, she lost family. Okay, that's understandable. That's understandable. But you can't be an asshole to everybody and then turn around and think that people are supposed to sit there and feel bad for you. Try again.
Good man. 50 Cent and Dr. Dre. One got to go.
Jay-Z.
In all their music, all their businesses, all their works, all their endorsements.
Jay-Z.
So quick. Why Jay-Z?
Jay-Z. Because he's the only one on that list that didn't earn any of his accomplishments.
Now, you did.
Dr. Dre is undeniable as a producer. 50 Cent is undeniable, not just as an MC and a battle rapper, but as a businessman and an artist and an actor as well. Even Diddy, he knew how to use his duplicitous manner to choreograph people to do whatever he wanted them to do. And that's his greatness.
It's a skill, that's art.
To choreograph human beings, to know for a fact that they're going to do whatever the fuck you say because that's how terrible you are.
Yeah, they say.
So imagine what it was like for him when he realized Cassie wasn't going to back down. Yeah.
Hey. So wait, on our interview, you said Jay-Z's Reasonable Doubt was work of
One
art.
of my favorites.
So that means you're saying that doesn't exist. You're good with that?
I'm saying that whatever he was pretending to be was extremely authentic in that moment. But the reason why was because his muse was Dee Haven. So the only thing he was doing was mimicking in written word what he was stealing from his so-called best friend. And then he convinced that same friend to take a charge for him that would definitely change the course of who he became, promising to look out, take care of, and make sure that the balance of power would be restored upon his return. And then the nigga stopped answering his phone calls and told his mom to fuck off.
Diddy jiggle.
All right. I feel like the thing is that just be honest. Everybody has figured out like a lot of the reason you're rooting in. You like Jay, but Jay don't like you back. Okay. He's married to Beyonce. You're gonna always have an issue with Jay-Z over Diddy every time. That's just going to be your thing. You ain't got to take away from this person. Whatever issue you have, you ain't got to take away from that person. And like I said before, she said stuff that people already said. I already said it before. She said stuff that people already said. It's not information she knows. It's information she heard other people say for the past few decades about these people. And she's another one, just like Tokyo Toni, who would sit there and pay herself out to be a savior. And instead of going to go get mental health problems or to get help or to do whatever she needs to do to make herself a better person, she continues. And whoever this real life production is, y'all making her worse instead of better. But let's talk about how y'all are making her worse. Okay? Because you guys see this.
The tea of this whole situation is, do you take responsibility for Jaguar Wright being incarcerated?
That is
Tasha, this is your fault. Tasha, it's your fault.
Question, but go ahead, finish your question.
Do you take any, like, not to say the charge, because you had nothing to do with the charge.
No,
but
we don't steal cars over here.
No, let's not listen to this. Okay, so Jaguar Wright,
Arizona, she never.
Which I'm like,
was arrested for stealing a U-Haul truck. Okay. Okay. She stole a U-Haul truck. She didn't give the U-Haul truck back. And she didn't pay for her stealing the U-Haul truck. It's funny that I'm talking about this because there's a U-Haul truck right across the street from me right now. Unbelievable. But she's in trouble for stealing a U-Haul truck. And the same people I'm talking to, real life producers, production, posted a video saying, who do you think is behind her getting arrested? Jaguar Wright is behind getting Jaguar Wright arrested, okay? That's who's responsible for getting arrested. That's what I'm saying. Y'all love to believe that somebody who's being arrested, they're being revolutionary, they're a seer, they're a soothsayer, there's somebody that's doing something revolutionary. When the truth of the matter is they're doing stupid little crimes like Jaguar Wright to get in trouble. Like setting your car on fire and then saying Jay-Z did it. Now she's blaming Tasha K for why she's arrested. Kid you not. She's blaming Tasha K. So I guess Tasha K is part of the Illuminati now. For her to be getting arrested. You know, oh my God, what in the world? Okay, anyway. You know what people, the truth tellers are coming out with? That what they do in the dark is coming out too. Okay? Don't get it twisted. The truth is coming out about everybody, including me. I'm not above approach. And I'm not above somebody exposing me. You want to expose me? Do that. I don't care. But I'm pretty sure my list and my reputation is squeaky clean compared to yours. So yeah, it's just wild to me how she comes out and she does these interviews and don't think anything of it. Okay, so I want to bring this up. I'm gonna bring this up with Tiffany Haddish. Then I'm gonna talk about the other stuff that I wanted to talk about real quick. So Tiffany Haddish told Leonardo DiCaprio she wanted to sleep with him, but she said that he had to be in character and he had to be in character of Gilbert Grape. Will somebody please explain to this woman that she's already in trouble for having a child half naked in a skit with her and Aries Spears pretending to be someone that's a PD in the skits? And for you to say you will only sleep with Leonardo DiCaprio if he plays the part of Gilbert Grape, when are you going to stop making yourself look bad? And once again, this is where I sit up here and I say, where are your PRs? Where are your PRs? Where are your PRs? Like, where are the people that are supposed to keep you from saying goofy shit like this? Man, hope he didn't cut the power line or something. Shit. Anyway, I just don't think she understands. I don't know if I have do I have the thing where she was talking about this? The video where she said you have to play, you have to pretend like you're eating Gilbert Grape. For me to have sex with you is extremely strange to me. Because what got me attracted to Leonardo DiCaprio is when he played Jack Dawson. But okay, cool, whatever. You know. So this came out 2 days ago, so I want to talk about this real quick because I'm going to do a video talking about OJ because I'm watching the series that FX did a few years ago. I think like 4 or 5 years ago, they did an FX series talking about OJ Simpson and the trial with him and Nicole Brown Simpson and how race played a huge part and stuff like that. So I will be talking about that, but according to TMZ, they said OJ's FBI file just got released, and right off the bat, what stands out is the fact that agents went to excruciating lengths to study the shoe print found at the murder scene. Let me find this article to understand what they talked about. Because it was his shoe print or was it something else? Okay, found the article. It was a Feds deeply studied Italian shoe. It says O.J. Simpson FBI file just got released. And right off bat, what stands out is the fact that agents went to excruciating lengths to study the shoe print found at the murder scene. The Feds stumped their records on the late O.J.'s Friday, on the late O.J. Friday, and there's dozens of documents within it, most of which pertain to the infamous 1994 murder of his ex-wife, Nicole Brown Simpson, for which O.J. was the prime suspect and put on trial only to be acquitted. As we all know, there was a shoe print left in the ground that was a match up to a Bruno Maggioli shoe, something FBI agents testified about at the time. But the process of examining it is not being shown in the full length through this file, and you can tell they dove in. The Feds actually flew to Italy to analyze replica shoes, and based on a photo they attached to the file, you see they were well into weeds on the measurement forensics. Because the murderer was determined to have been wearing the type of shoe on the fateful night, which was incredibly rare, FBI agents were cross-referencing the soles of two types of models of the BM shoe that was sold in the U.S. at the time and its intents. The FBI compiled a comprehensive list of all of Bruno Maggioli's stores in the state. And you can see there was dissecting shoe prints to compare what had been found at the murder site. In the end, the Feds testified that O.J.'s shoe size matched up with the print found, and it was considered a key piece of evidence that felt implicated O.J. in the crime. However, as we all know, the jury didn't buy it, and they found him not guilty of the murder. Oh, boy. 29 years, and we still talking about this case. $29 y'all still talking about this case. I'm going to be doing a video on this on my Patreon very soon. I will put the link on YouTube to show you guys my video on Patreon where I talk about OJ, because there are things I'm noticing that I did not notice when this whole thing was happening. I was like 4 years old, so I didn't quite get it. But long story short, now that I'm older, I get it. And I see it for something totally different. That's all I have to say about this. I see it totally differently. All right. So apparently it seems like Taylor Swift got spirits at her concert. That's what I'm getting from it. So they're catching spirits over there. It's in Madrid, Spain. They done found spirits over there with Taylor Swift during her performance. Before I go deep on this, because y'all love saying supernatural things happen at concerts now. Because everybody wants to be in conspiracy theory. Everybody wants to talk about, devils and demons and stuff like that. I'm going to just catch it and say, this is just a random guy that might be part of the stage crew that was looking at a different angle at the concert. Okay? But if you want to make up a story about this figure and who this person really is, let's go. I feel like, it's a ghost of the stadium she's in. He was one of the guys that worked in concessions, and everything was fine. Everything was fine until one day, hot pizza fell on his chest, and he died from having hot pizza fall on his chest. His name was Greg. And poor Greg, now soul is stuck at the stadium because hot pizza fell on top of his chest. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. That's just it. There. And for those of you who don't think that they serve international food at stadiums, they do. That's why, you got to be careful who you have doing that job, because not everybody can execute pizza. I don't want to talk about this. Because I'm in the market for an apartment. I'm in the market for an apartment, ladies and gentlemen. So the FBI raided an Atlanta apartment rental company over alleged price fixing schemes designed to increase the rent. Okay. It says federal investigators at the United States Department of Justice are currently diving into an alleged price-fixing scheme designed to increase rent. Court documents show that the scheme used a software algorithm introducing a new frontier that poses as an even greater anti-competitive threat. Born and raised in Atlanta, Torrin Strong spoke with them at 11 Alive regarding the problem. Okay. Strong told 11 Alive he scrambled every month to make rent he estimated nearly $17,000 a month for 2-bedroom apartment in Northwest Atlanta. Strong mentioned that he pays about $500 more than he was less than $500 more than he was less than 4 years ago. I do Lyft, Instacart, and DoorDash, cut grass, wash cars. I do it all. Strong rattled off rent up right now. Rattled off. Rent's up right now. It's kind of high. Everybody wants more than what I'm paying right now because I need more room, he added. The cost of living in Atlanta is crazy, and I'm from here. 11 Alive confirmed that last month, agents from an FBI agent Atlanta office carried out what they described as a court-authorized activities at the Cortland, Atlanta office in Buckhead. First of all, let's talk about this real quick. You do Lyft, Instacart, DoorDash, you cut grass, and you wash cars. Okay. You do all of that, and you're expecting to stay in Buckhead? No, let's be realistic. You do all that. As far as I'm concerned, what he's saying is that because Lyft in, I'm not judging. So I'm gonna say this as someone who has done Uber and Postmates. A lot of times people do jobs like that, but they already have they do jobs like that because it's just to make extra income. They don't really do it as a basis to work. Okay? But for me to see that you do Instagram, you do Instacart, Lyft, DoorDash, and you cut grass and you wash cars, something has to give. Okay? It's the weirdest thing. Okay. Okay. That's just, it's crazy to me because he's complaining about the rent prices, but I'm looking at, I know people like, oh, he's hustling, that's what he's doing, don't judge him what he's doing. I get people that do Uber and Lyft and DoorDash. I get that. But I don't understand when he said car wash is because he works at a car wash or he washes cars on the side. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But $1,700 in this economy is not really that bad for a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartment. In a statement, the company confirmed the FBI executed a limited search warrant as part of an ongoing investigation by the U.S. Department of Justice into potential antitrust violations in the multifamily housing industry. Cortland, which owns over 80,000 homes and apartments nationwide, stated that the fully cooperated, adding, "We understand that neither Cortland nor any of our employees are targets of that investigation. Due to the ongoing litigation, we cannot comment any further." This man is getting an apartment for $1,700 with 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom in the Buckhead area. It said Buckhead, right? Not Bankhead. Buckhead. That's a decent price. Because I have been looking at apartments personally. I have. And for you to only have to pay $1,700 for a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom, that's not bad. But that also means that he only had to pay $1,200 before, because he said they raised the rent up to $1,700. Because I look at apartments and they have a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom for $1,700 or $2,000. So unless he's part of a specific program, but they're not supposed to charge him that much for his apartment. I don't know. Y'all love saying that people scheming in Atlanta. Y'all love saying they scam in Atlanta. Y'all love saying that. Like, oh, y'all scamming Atlanta people. All they do is scam in Atlanta, blah, 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 blah. I don't know how to feel about this. All right. Jermaine Dupri has something to say. Because he don't like Sexy Red. I don't understand why y'all don't like somebody that looks like y'all baby mama. The one y'all had before y'all got rich.
You know, if you're a hot artist and you got a single, that selling albums don't matter, right? And I'm only selling albums don't matter. Yeah, I'm only bringing this up because I seen like academics posted today something about Sexy Red album only doing 28,000 copies, right? In the era that I came in the music industry, if you sold 28,000 copies, you didn't get no other chance to even walk in the building again. You're fired. Like, niggas was not talking to you if you sold 28,000 records, right? And I just feel like, it's such a disconnect between people understanding the streaming situation and then actually what you're looking at, right? Because if we should be only paying attention to the streaming numbers, then I don't understand why the blogs always try to post what people are selling as an album. Because for people that look at music the way I look at it, it feels like a failure. It still feels like a failure, right? Because I come from an era where the numbers were 80,000, 100, 200, 900, right? You start going that's going this way, it feels like it's going backwards to me. And I'm just saying, because I was a part of the boom.
So you think that the number itself is representative of the impact for real?
Yes, 100%.
Because I actually believe that the streaming numbers is so fucked up. If the streaming numbers don't even have a relationship to how many times people really listen to the music. From a standpoint of, like, if I listen to an album that I love 30 times, I don't know how many streams that would count to today. But people have the music on repeat nonstop. And the streaming numbers, when you look at the album equivalent, it doesn't even add up. Like if you have 28 million, the equivalent of 28,000 sales, I have no idea how many listens that equals to. But if you had to buy the CD back in the days, it would be a lot more than 28,000. So the numbers are all fucked up. The streaming numbers don't represent the level of impact that the music is making, because 28,000 CDs, that would be horrible. But 28,000 streams is like 600 million listens for.
Did he just explain that? He just said that. Why are you repeating what Jermaine Dupri just said? He said that. He said 28K and selling album copies is not a lot. Back in the day, you'll be considered a failure. But how much you stream is not counted in how many copies of albums, because people are not buying albums, people are streaming the album. That's a huge difference. I don't like when people repeat when people say it. You just repeated what he just said. So were you not listening to him? That's what he just said. The streaming and the album selling has gotten weird. And 28K in copies. Is a failure in 2002. Okay? But if people stream her music more than they purchase her album, that 28K in copies don't matter. And I'm pretty sure they play her music everywhere you go. You look up, they play Sexy Red. You look up, you go to the gas station, they play Sexy Red. You still do shopping in person, they're playing Sexy Red. You doing an event on a Saturday night, they're playing Sexy Red. But I will say the number system is jacked up because streams don't equate to physical copies because you make more money off of physical copies than you do off streaming. Because the streaming service got to get their cut, and then you got to get your cut, and then it's all messed up because one stream does not equal $1. And that's the messed up part about that. I don't understand why he's talking about Sexy Red. She does have impact, but I just don't understand the streaming. I don't understand neither. No, you're not gonna get somebody like, what's the whole point of buying a physical copy besides the fact that you want to see the pictures and the album cover and read the credits. I don't understand why you buy a physical copy anymore. But just in case you guys are Sexy Red fans and want to know, she makes more money off of the physical copy than she does off the streaming service. And she makes more money off of doing shows. So when she does shows and y'all see that she's in town, she makes more money off doing shows and going on tour than making music. Yeah. I already talked about this.
In 2000, remember the singer Blue Cantrell?
Oh, yeah. Can we talk about Blue? Her and V Staviano. I looked them up on Instagram. The last post V Staviano made was in 2015. The last post Blue Cantrell made was in 2015. Where are these people going? Where they at? And I'm not saying you have not posted since 2015 that something happened to you, because of course the first thing people want to say, yeah, the Illuminati offed her because she had a relationship with Jay-Z. But like, why is that? Because I'm also watching the series dealing with V Staviano and Clipped. That's what it's called. Clipped is on FX, and FX is on Hulu and Disney. If you purchase those two together, you can have FX and FX and you get FX, Hulu, and you can also get Disney. Mm-hmm. That's how I'm able to watch Doctor Who. But yeah, I want you to watch this with Blue Control.
In 2014, Blue was placed in custody after being seen running in the streets, claiming to be poisoned. Some speculate that her career took a downturn due to rumors surrounding Jay-Z.
I have a big crush on him though. I'll tell you that much. I really like him though. And I don't care who he's dating. I always had a crush on him. How did you make that play? I wouldn't turn it down. Let's just put it that way.
In 2000, remember the singer Blue Cantrell? In 2014, Blue was placed in custody after being seen running in the streets, claiming to be poisoned. Some speculate that her career took a downturn due to rumors surrounding Jay.
So they're saying that she was put in custody. Are they saying that she's in a psychiatric ward? Is that what we're saying? Are we saying that Miss Control is in a psych ward? I know I find it crazy that her career started and ended because she did a song with Sean Paul. Y'all know there's rumors with the whole Sean Paul thing. I won't say allegedly, and there's a rumor because you know, I don't have any solid evidence. I just that's what I heard. Okay, so allegedly, Sean Paul and Beyonce liked each other. Okay. And people saying that allegedly Jay-Z ruined Sean Paul's career because he had a thing with Beyonce. You remember Beyonce used to do Baby Boy. Baby boy, you stay on my mind, fulfilling my fantasy. He did that song with her. With Beyonce, not her. He did a song with Beyonce. And that they were kind of feeling each other. And Jay was like, not today. No, not today. So he blackballed Sean Paul. But I was looking, Blue Contrail came out with Hit 'Em Up Style before Beyonce came out with her first album and her first single, Crazy in Love. Crazy in Love came out in 2003. And Blue Contrail did have a song, Hit 'Em Up Style, okay? And then she came out with the song Breathe with Sean Paul in 2002 as well. And once again, both, just like Sean Paul, we have not heard from her since. They're saying that they saw the last time it was heard about her, she was in a situation where she was running out in the road and saying that she was poisoned, and so now they put her on psychiatric hold. Allegedly. I'm gonna say allegedly, but let me look up. Let me Google this on my tablet real quick. Okay. I'm gonna read this little excerpt from Wikipedia. Keep in mind, there's some college professor going around changing it. Okay. Says Contrail was taken into custody by police for a psychological evaluation on September 3rd, 2014. Whose birthday on September 3rd? Oh no, you know what? It's a day before her birthday. September 3rd is August Alsina's birthday. But still, her birthday that weekend. She was seen running around the streets of Santa Monica at around 2 a.m., screaming that someone had poisoned her with gas. Contrail, according to witnesses, went berserk and referred to herself as a one-hit wonder, questioning authorities whether they recognized her. When her erratic behavior failed to cease, someone called police. She was taken to a nearby hospital where she was evaluated by the medics. Nobody knows what has happened to Blue Contrail. Let's look it up. There's a 12-minute video by Stardust Daily that said that she was forced to leave. This is an article. It says, this is what happened to Blue Contrail after she disappeared following her rapid rise to fame. Blue Control was supposed to be the next big thing. It says in the early 2000s, Blue Control was one of the biggest names of R&B and even gave Beyonce a run for her money. Tracks like Hit 'Em Up Style and Breathe shot up the charts in US and beyond, but after years of success, the singer disappeared from the public eye. So what happened? Blue, real name Tiffany Cobb, moved from Rhode Island to New York City to try and make it as a singer when she was just 17 years old. Despite her obvious talent, Blue had no luck in the Big Apple, but during a random visit to Atlanta with her sister, she visited her sister. Someone finally took an interest in her. Blue had been visiting the city when someone approached her in the hotel lobby and told her that she looks like a singer. Funny they should say that. And I said, well, actually, I am a singer. I guess it was a pickup line, but he brought me to the Red Zone and they signed me after they heard me sing. Blue told Polestar in 2001 interview. Before long, Blue had 5 different record labels fighting for her to sign with them, which is a bit more like it, if you ask me. Eventually, Blue agreed to sign with Arista Records, though she may have been signed on the dotted line a little too eagerly. We're saying that she has a feud with Beyonce. Okay, this is an interesting part of the article. It says, if you really want to go down a wormhole, Beyonce whispered in the song Sign, I was in love with a Sagittarius. I've been hurt by a Pisces. And would you believe me if I tell you that Jay-Z is a Sagittarius and Blue is a Pisces? Her eyes are ocean blue, by the way. Her eyes are very much, what's up with her in Pisces too? Maybe she's trying to do it to get press, but I want to make her understand if she goes there with me, it's wrong move, Blue warned at the time. Ooh. So in the same interview, Blue teased a third album that she's been working on and even guaranteed that the release would go right to the top. But for some reason or some reason or other, that album never saw the light of day. Blue was most recently seen in March of 2020, right before the pandemic hit. She had been performing in London as part of Fat Man Scoop's Throwback Arena Tour, which is also featuring artists like Nelly, Shaggy, Eve, Maya, and Salt and Pepper. Blue, who was 44 at the time of the tour, sounded just as strong as ever while she performed her early 2000s hit. Where she'll pop up next is anyone's guess. So the last time she was seen was 4 years ago. Can we do Where in the World is Blue Control? And Blue Control, she had these crazy vocals. Like, her vocals were crazy. Like, it was giving Billie Holiday. It was really giving Billie Holiday. I want to hear what she has to say. I genuinely want to hear what she has to say. This is the second person that has gone crazy over Jay-Z. I'm trying to figure out why. Why, y'all? Why? Okay? Leave that man alone. He Beyonce's husband. It's clearly not a good idea to be messing with this man. Because Beyonce will do a whole album about you. Shout out to all the Beckys with the good hair. Honey, like, girl. I would love to interview her. I would love to hear what she has to say. But I don't understand why these real pretty women like Jay-Z. I don't get it. Okay? It's giving camel face. But that's how it is. Women, we have standards like that, and then guys had the nerve to have standards, but you want to Beyonce, but you like a camel. I don't get it. I'm not saying you ain't got a chance, because clearly you do have a chance with a Beyonce if you like a camel. All right. Let's go to the main point I'm trying to make. Some people are doing PR damage control, which I get it with Young Miami. I appreciate that Young Miami is doing that because she needs to. We need to see pictures with you and your children. Because they're investigating you. There's no doubt. But you could at least act like you are some form of a mother. Both her kids are adorable. She did a send-off. Was it? This is her child voting for, you gotta vote for him to be president at a school. I think I saw another cute picture of her child during an elementary school prom. So I guess we're not gonna make kids wait until they're 17, 18 years old no more. I mean, I'm 33 and I could not wait to go to prom. I ended up going to prom in 2009, and it was worth the wait. Why y'all doing little proms now for elementary school? It's bad enough we had an 8th grade prom. I didn't know we had an 8th grade prom until one day we saw it, and we saw that we had an 8th grade prom. I was like, when you had 8th grade prom? I did go to 8th grade prom, but it's like we're not gonna make kids wait until at least 8th grade to do a dance or prom. But she's doing damage. She's doing PR control. This is what I expected from her. It's more pictures with her and her kids. She's still not dressed appropriate around her kids, but pictures with her and her kids, so the public will know and remember that she is a mother. This is why you're not on my goose list. And I made a goose list on my website. You can go to my website. I'm about to publish that today on who's on my goose list. This is why you're not on my goose list no more. Because I appreciate stuff like that. People forget that she's a mother. She's a whole mom. And she has children. And I appreciate that she did that. I appreciate that she got some common sense. And instead of hanging out with Saucy Santana every day doing weird stuff. I appreciate that. However, the internet's going to internet and bring up old stuff that you did a long time ago. Like this.
And then somebody left a comment and said he beat hoes up. He'll beat one of y'all hoes up for me. That's talking shit about me. I ain't saying that he beat me up. You think I'm gonna be with a man that be beating me up? And then somebody left a comment and said he beat hoes up. He'll beat one of y'all hoes up for me. That's talking shit about me.
That's the father of her little girl talking about some on Pyro. Girl. Stuff like that. When you post stuff like this, of course, the internet has to remind you of the other stuff you have done. Okay? I think I already talked about this. He's already in trouble, so there's no point. I think I already talked about this. Somebody else who's in legal trouble in America. This is somebody else who I feel like they should not be on social media doing what they're doing. This is what he had to say. He has to bring his African roots in, like he's proud of those African roots. You proud of those African roots, you would have made that a thing. You wouldn't be sitting up here having babies with, you say that Fallon's baby is not your baby. That is your baby. That baby has your damn face. She's a cute little girl, but she has your face. You will be a proud Nigerian, but you having kids with multiracial, non-black women. He wants you guys to know that the Grobadia family has always been a prideful family, probably one of the largest families in Africa. Nigeria. I don't know where the hell Africa came from. Nigeria, not the continent, the country. Nigeria is a country. He said, our name is literally tied to one single family, meaning the most people with the last name Grobadia are related. So when one of their family members is reduced to a storyline, thousands of family members are also affected by the narrative created and meant to destroy it. Keep in mind, he's the one that destroyed his own family's name. They said Simon Grobadia. Whoever the other Grobadias are, we ain't studying them. I'm one of the people where I don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. Because somebody is bad in one family doesn't mean the whole family is bad. He said, my life is not a storyline. It is now. You made a storyline when you sat there and you had Fallon in your house first, and then you started messing with Portia. You started that. I don't understand why when people ruin their own reputation, all of a sudden you want to sit here and say you're damaging my whole family. You should have thought of your family's name before you sat there and you left Portia, left your 20th wife to be with your 21st, and now your 21st want to divorce you because you in some legal trouble in America. And there's people who are Nigerian in the comment section saying they don't know who the hell he is. Like, nobody know who you is. Other Nigerians say they don't know him, and then there's one Nigerian that said that she knew know them. And of course, they don't hate on Nigeria. Nobody hate on him. He got a bad record over here. When she said he's royal. Your life is a storyline now. You won't start that. You started that because you want to be famous. You want to be on TV, so you got with Portia. We know who you were. We didn't care about who you was. We didn't. Oh, Lord.
Carly Simon is a good friend. So
y'all know Carly Simon's black. A random fact of the day. Carly Simon's black, y'all. Yeah, she black. Just in case y'all didn't know. Okay, let me continue. But yeah, he damaged his own name, honey. Because the reason he said that is because what Portia said. Because she said, Happy Wednesday. If a person concealed criminal past and provide fake identification for a green card, is it still a valid green card in the U.S.? Inquiring minds. You didn't care if he had a green card legally or not when you was ended up messing with him while he was married to that beautiful girl. I mean, great, you're beautiful too. Don't get it twisted. You're very beautiful. But when he was, married to old girl, you should have been questioning him there. Because why would he leave her? Fallon bad. Okay? Why would he leave Fallon to get with you? Which I'm gonna give the benefit of doubt to Portia. He was using you because you were on social media, because you were on TV. He wanted to be on TV. That's why he got them big ass veneers in his mouth. Because once again, y'all saying that he's from a big tribe of rich Africans and that they're a royal family. Don't get twisted. He probably is. But if you're royalty and you're African royalty, why are you living like an American peasant on TV? Because only broke people do TV now. I just don't understand. Why would you think it's something wrong with him when he started getting with you anyway, and you were married? Well, no, you weren't married, but he was married. Why you thought that was okay? And you still lied and said that you didn't sleep with that stripper too on TV, making all the mouth noises. People would ask questions. You were making loud mouth noises while you were getting in with a stripper. Just as tacky as you want to be, Portia. Then he had to attack women because, that's what men do these days to make themselves feel more masculine. Said, to comfortably call a man sassy is to imply women are weak and emotional. That's not a good narrative for our community. Let's do better. When you call a man sassy, because sassy has nothing to do with men or women. We're saying when men are sassy, it's you have a little sugar in your tank. You're acting like you got a little sugar in your tank. And Simon, you're a Gemini, right? So Geminis can flow both ways. You're a mutable sign. Most mutable signs can flow both ways. You're clapping back on social media like it's very feminine, okay? At women. It's about having a Rolls Royce. You are sassy. It's not implying that women are weak. When you say a woman is sassy, she has some spice to her. That's what sassy means. It's not a compliment when it's said to you as a man. It's not implying that women are emotional. When a woman is sassy, if she has an attitude. That's what's implying that you have a bitchy attitude. That's it. That's all, sassy. Speaking of sassy, we're going to talk about Sassy Santana. I talked the last time I was on here, I was talking about Sassy Santana. And he was trying to make it seem like he's gender fluid. So I guess since he's so gender fluid that he's able to produce a baby in his own uterus. Somehow, some way, God has given him the miraculous power to give birth. That's a positive pregnancy test. Talking about some child. Just say you just mad that women can do these things to prove that they're having sex. One, okay? Because a woman being pregnant does put implications that she is having sex. Now, whether it's consensual or not, that depends on the woman. Because I don't always assume the story is always sweet. Sometimes the story is not sweet. You can't always assume that when a woman is pregnant that it's a cute little story. I don't ever make assumptions when it comes to a woman being pregnant, but clearly Santana does. But just to let you know, if a man pees on a pregnant stick, it's implied that he has testicular cancer. So you might want to go to a urologist to check your nutsack if you got one. Or did it sink in when you were trying to produce a vagina? Because apparently you had those kind of powers. Women are just mad they can't do what you do, which you can be male and female in the same sense, which, by the way, he is one of my gooses. And you're implying that you could be male and female in the same sense. So I mean, I'm assuming that your vagina popped out and you peed on a stick with your vagina. But when a man pees on a stick, that means he has cancer, testicular cancer. He has possible testicular cancer. So you might want to go to a doctor, to a urologist. Y'all gonna stop playing. There was a story back in the day before we went on lockdown. This man peed on a stick and said he was positive pregnant, and he found out that he had cancer. So you doing it to be funny, you doing it to be cute, but long story short, you could be actually sick for real. We get it, honey. You desperately want to be a woman. I feel bad for you, okay? I get it. And so I even said in the comment section, a guy did it, a white dude do it. You know, if you want, leave it to white men to try shit. He did it jokingly, and he for real found out that he had testicular cancer. So you might want to get checked. You might want to get your butthole checked too, child, honey. You might want to go to a doctor for that too. They need to check your butt, your rear end. It might be some damages done back there because you don't get your booty hole don't get wet. Just letting you know, Saucy. And this also, you want to pick a fight with a group of women. I wrote this in my blog that I have in the thing. How do I get to these places? I wrote this in my blog, Lady Tiffany Mom's Mind Emporium. I'm gonna change it to the Emporium. I wrote in my blog. Dang it, I forgot. I lost track of what I was gonna say. But I wrote it in my blog. You need to be careful what you do as well, because you are also under investigation, because you were associated with somebody who's associated with Diddy. Your best friend is an alleged drug mule. So be careful of the content and be careful of the arguments you get into when it comes to men and women, because that could validate something that someone has said about you in the court documents. So tread softly, sir. I mean, ma'am. Whatever you want to be, sir, ma'am. Anyway. So this concludes this, and the only reason I'm concluding this is because I go to the bathroom. But I'll be right back on here probably Monday, because I want to talk about some stuff dealing with nail teching, and that's going to transition into my other channel, where I'm going to talk about the beauty industry as a whole and what the hell is going on with the beauty industry. As far as I'm concerned, I heard you guys don't go to people to get your hair or your nails done because they make you feel uncomfortable. And that's never a good thing. When you're in the beauty industry, people are not supposed to make you feel bad about yourself. They're supposed to make you feel good about yourself. Because when you get your hair done and your nails done and your makeup done, it's supposed to give you some form of a confidence. And these days, people are not doing that, you know? I know I felt good when I got my hair washed. My hair done. I'm supposed to be getting it braided, but my hair braider has not contacted me yet. So, yes, I'm very aware that the person I want to braid my hair is an amateur. But she's an amateur, so don't be too tough on her. But and not too much on her. But I want to talk about the beauty industry, and I'm gonna do more camera time. Even though that is me in that picture, I will be doing more camera time, and I want to talk about the beauty industry and the stuff that's going on with the beauty industry and how people are making money and how they're asking you for more than what they need to be asking you, because it's crazy. You know, when times are hard and times are struggling, your prices should not be going up. You should be considerate to the people that surround you and how you do it. But I'm going to talk about that in my next live, which is going to be tomorrow because I can't do it on Tuesday. I could do it on Wednesday, but I can't do it on Thursday because I have to work. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoy my live. I am so out of you guys, and I'm gonna cough if I do a little loud little thing because you know it's cold in here. We got the AC on. It's 90 degrees outside, honey. It's 90 degrees outside. Bye.